Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for spending a little bit, right? A little bit of your day with me because you like magic, I like magic. Together, we love magic, and this is the channel where I get to open up boxes and tell you exactly what your money gets you. I don't want you to be surprised. I don't want you to be lured in by the latest and greatest trailer. I want you to know exactly what you're purchasing so that you can buy magic that you love, magic that you're going to perform, all right? No more magic in drawers. So if you're just starting out or you've been a veteran for a long, long time, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, and follow. Push all those buttons, because that way you'll be informed when the next review comes out or a new giveaway comes out, because I do giveaways every single month. I'm the only YouTube channel that does reviews and giveaways talking about playing cards and magic tricks and magic books. There's basically nothing I don't cover. And on top of all of that, I give thousands of dollars worth of magic away every single year. So push those buttons. Today, we're going to look at VOX from David Jonathan. What is VOX? VOX was a super big hit last year. In fact, I think when they were trying to find like best app of the year, or really it was like best phone magic of the year, I think VOX was runner up. So many people have said this was one of their favorite purchases of 2023. And they're having a lot of fun with it. VOX is an any card at any number that you use your iPhone with. Now, I say iPhone because it only uses iPhone, okay? If you don't have an iPhone, you can just skip to another video of mine. Yeah, you have to have an iPhone because this uses Siri, all right? And you could say, well, I've got a Droid, and on my Droid I use Alexa, through Amazon. No, you have to have an iPhone. You have to have Siri, and you have to have the iOS that an iPhone uses. So that is a prerequisite. Okay, and it's also a phone trick, right? It's also a phone trick that you're doing with your phone. So if your second question is, well, can I use this? I don't have an iPhone, so could I use this with somebody else's iPhone? No, you can't. Has to be your own iPhone, has to be your own deck, okay? You can't use a borrowed shuffled deck either. But in a nutshell, you're gonna have a deck of cards, and you're gonna say, hey Siri, just shout out a card, and she'll say Jack of Clubs. And then you'll give the deck to your spectator, and you can have them cut the deck anytime, as many times as they want. They want to do it once or 4 or 7 times, it doesn't matter. And then after they're done cutting and you say everything's done, again, you'll say, hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 52. She'll say 17 or whatever, right? You'll count down 17 cards and it'll be that card every single time. The trick is repeatable. She will call out different cards and she will call out different numbers. Your spectator is not guided in any way to a certain amount of cuts. All right? In fact, once you hand the deck to the spectator, you never touch it again. It is a completely hands-off effect. Does that sound cool? All right, so let's say you pay $25 to your favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. What are you gonna get? You're gonna get the little card, the VOX card, it's a little folder. Inside, it's got a URL and a password, and it's gonna take you out to Murphy's Magic. And basically, there's a handful of videos there that you're gonna watch. You will not be downloading a VOX app. Now it does use apps, or it can use apps, right? There's apps on your phone, probably that are built in already into your iOS, but there might be some that you might want to download, but they're not magic apps, okay? They're just tools that iPhone uses, but there's no VOX app, okay? You're not going to open a VOX app. There's not going to be a button on your phone that says VOX or push here for magic. None of that, okay? You'll be able to show your screen to the spectators. When you say, hey Siri, pick a card, they'll see Siri respond and see the number. Everything is going to be pretty straightforward. So there's a little bit of tech savviness on your end. Okay, you have to do a little bit of setup. You also have to do a little bit of setup with your deck as well. So it needs to be your deck. Okay, and after you do those couple of things to your phone and to the deck, you're good to go. There's nothing left for you to do. You could literally repeat the trick all day long. You wouldn't even need to reset the deck. You don't need to reset the deck. You are free to do this trick all day long. You could do it multiple times for the same group of people and get a different result, different number every single time. It's a really cool routine. Now, if there's some purists out there and they're saying, well, I don't like the fact that Siri calls the card and the number, that's fine. You could have the spectator cut to a card, right? They cut to a card and they see it. And they're like, okay, I got it. You could have the spectator call out a card. The spectator could call out the card. Siri will call out the number that she thinks their card is at, okay? Basically, you could do it like that. That route is a little more work and requires a little bit more from you, but still both possible. The spectator could call out the card and Siri then would call out the number. So what's the overall quality and production value of the video? The main video is an hour and a half. It's David Jonathan in a all blue environment. And at the very beginning, you're going to have a bunch of live performances from Javier Fuemier. He's going to be walking around and performing the effect for several different people. David Jonathan's going to cover the method, and he's going to talk to you about your options for decks of cards. You could do this with a gimmicked deck, or you could do this with an ungimmicked deck. Obviously, doing it with a gimmick deck, it would be a little easier. And trust me, it's probably a gimmick deck you've got lying around the house already. He'll walk you through the freely named card option, as well as the Siri option. And there's a stage version even. He'll cover how to do some false shuffles and cuts so you can keep your trick deck tricked out. And then he'll talk about the Facebook group, and then there's some crediting after that. Pocket space, it's just your phone and the deck, and you'll be walking around with those two things. If the deck gets shuffled or cut, or you end up using it for another trick later in the day for something else, of course, you would need to reset the deck, okay? As long as the deck isn't shuffled or dropped or the spectator doesn't mix them up, you're good to go for the whole day. But if you choose then to use the deck for regular card tricks, then you would need to reset it. So David Jonathan's option is to just have two decks on you, right? Just two decks, do a deck switch, and you're good there. Angles-wise, there's nothing to see. The deck will be a normal shuffled deck as far as your spectators are concerned. There's nothing glaring, and there's no gaff cards in the deck at all either. And that'll feel to them like it was inspected, right? Because you're going to hand the deck to them. They're going to cut the deck several times. They can even pick the deck up and count down to their card. So there's nothing to find there. And anybody familiar with iPhone and Siri will see a normal desktop. It is a normal desktop. It's your desktop. Okay, it's not gonna be somebody else's desktop. It's not gonna be a graphic of a desktop. It's your desktop, and they're gonna see your notifications. So I think all of these pluses, these positives, this is the reason why, out on the forums, people were saying this is one of their favorite apps, even though it's not an app. It's the anti-app app. It's the non-app app. David's using what Siri already does and your iPhone already does to make a magic trick. Okay, you're just getting all the knowledge. He's also going to give you a 6-minute file about what to do for different languages. So if your language is French or Spanish, right, you can still do this. He has a couple of PDFs that are like reference guides, should you not want to go back and watch the video all over again. And he's got one other video where he does like a freely named ultimate card version. So it looked like an edition that he filmed a little bit later. So there's lots covered in this project, okay? For what it is, it's just a single trick, right? It's an ACAN that uses Siri. They cover so much, and he gives you so many different options as far as whether you want to use a gimmick deck or don't, or you want to have Siri call out the card or don't. Yeah, there's no stone left unturned. So Positives, this could be one of the best, I'm going to say apps again. One of the best magic apps you purchase, even though it's not an app, right? David Jonathan is going to teach you how to use your iPhone to do a magic trick. Kind of like if you got a book that taught you how to do card tricks, but it didn't come with a deck of cards, right? You already have a deck of cards. So that's a better way to think about it, right? David Jonathan knows you already have an iPhone and you already know how to use Siri. He's going to show you how to use those things to your advantage. Now, you might need to download some apps if your phone doesn't already have them. That's, something like that. But it's just a little bit of tech. Completely repeatable. That's another positive, right? You don't need internet. That's another thing. Like people are saying, like, what if there's no internet? Or what if I have a low signal? What if I'm in one of those buildings where, the metal roof is interfering? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't need internet to do the trick either. You could do this on a deserted island. So pretty cool. Negatives, can't be done with a borrowed deck. Can't be done with a shuffled deck. Can't be done with somebody else's phone. That's it, right? That's it. Can't be done with Android. Ta-da, can't be done with Android. So, but $25, that's pretty inexpensive. I mean, yeah, true, you're not getting anything. It's just a download, but you're getting a lot of information. And for being able to do an ACAN virtually sleight-free, right? I mean, yeah, it's sleight-free because it happens in their spectator's hands. Happens in your spectator's hands. Personally, I think the gimmicked deck version is, well, obviously it's easier, but I also think it's a little stronger. And that would be the way I would do it. I would use the gimmicked deck just as my throw out my 2 cents, but I'm pretty sure most of you have it, or at least my faithful followers have it because they've heard me sing the praises of this trick deck a lot. So that would be my option. $25, your favorite Murphy's Magic dealer, David Jonathan. Don't take my word for it if you don't want to. Don't. There's a couple of other reviewers out there who beat me to the punch last year. So Fiddlin' Johnny, you can go watch him. He did a great review. He probably covers more than I did. Wizard Magic Review, go check what he had to say. And Monster Magic Review, wonderful channel. If you haven't already checked out Monster, this is a fantastic Magic Review channel. It's so awesome. The interviews and the fun that he had at Blackpool was so entertaining. He is a rising star in the YouTube magic world. Make sure you check out Monster as well. Big huge thanks to David Jonathan and Murphy's Magic for allowing me to have this so I could do the review for you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, do you want some more information about the t-shirt I was wearing in today's video? Sure. From my homepage, if you look up at the top, you'll see one of the tabs says store. If you click that, that'll take you to my Teespring merchandise. There, you'll see that I have a variety of different designs. There's more than one, so it's not just the shirt I was wearing today. And they're also at a large variety of price points, so there's something for everybody. Plus, if you click on a design that you like or that you're interested in, you'll also notice that you can select that shirt in different colors. So you're not locked into the color that you see in the graphic, and that means, of course, you can buy the same design in several colors. Now, I don't ask that you buy a shirt. You don't have to. That is not how I ask that you support me. But if you do buy a shirt, I want to thank you so much for supporting my channel, for believing in me. You guys are awesome. My fans are great. And I love it when you guys send pictures or you tag me on Instagram and you say, I bought a Magic Orthodoxy shirt. You have no idea how great that makes me feel and just what a lift that is in my day. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye.